Have you ever noticed that subtle but deeply annoying shift in your body?
Hmm.
You wake up, maybe your hands feel stiff, or there's that tingling.
Yeah, or getting up from a chair.
Exactly, standing up after sitting. And your legs just feel weaker, maybe heavier than they should. That ache, that stiffness, it just seems like it takes more effort than it used to, right?
It's incredibly common. And for so many people, the default response is just a sigh. Like, well, I guess I'm just getting older.
Yeah, this is it.
Right. And look, age is definitely part of it, but the underlying issue, what the research really points to, it's actually quite specific. It's the slow, gradual loss of collagen.
Ah, collagen, that
Yeah.
fundamental, scaffolding for the body.
That's exactly it. And when that scaffolding starts to deplete, it quietly erodes the cushioning in your joints. That leads straight to stiffness, to pain. It also compromises the structure supporting your muscles, so you get that feeling of weakness.
Mm,
And yes, it even affects the protective sheath around your nerves, which can contribute to that numbness or tingling you feel, maybe in your hands or feet.
right.
But here's the really surprising part. The finding that, honestly, changed how we looked at all this research. Your body has this amazing capacity to rebuild that lost structure.
Really?
Yeah, it often just needs the right raw materials to get started.
And crucially, those materials aren't hiding in some, exotic, super expensive supplement cooked up in a lab.
No, not at all.
We're talking about certain everyday fruits. Simple fruits that can actually kickstart your body's own natural manufacturing process. And the feedback we saw in the studies was just remarkable. Some people felt positive effects, like less tingling, in as little as 12 hours.
And that speed, that really confirms we're not just talking about, say, simple anti-inflammatory relief, which is good.
Right. Important but different.
Exactly. We're talking about actually activating the cellular repair process itself.
Yeah.
So our mission in this deep dive is to unpack the hard science behind this natural healing. We've synthesized data on 8 really powerful research-backed fruits that actively support restoring collagen.
And as we go through this stack of sources, definitely keep an ear out for one fruit in particular. It's a real champion.
Mm.
We found studies verifying it increased collagen density by a substantial 24%.
24%.
Yeah, and it cut knee pain by over 42%. That's a potential game changer if you're dealing with that ongoing weakness or stiffness or joint swelling.
So if you're ready to maybe stop resigning yourself to that feeling of gradual decline, let's explore these natural powerhouses. Fruits that can genuinely help you feel stronger, steadier, and, well, just more comfortable day to day.
Okay, let's kick things off with that heavy hitter you mentioned, the one with those incredible stats, Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry. Now, this might not be sitting in your average grocery store produce aisle,
Probably not, no.
but the research strongly suggests it's worth seeking out.
Absolutely. When you look at the complex job of actually rebuilding collagen and, regaining genuine strength in tissues as they age, Amla is truly unique. It's an incredibly potent source of vitamin C, which is like the foundational nutrient your body needs to make collagen.
The absolute baseline.
Right. But the real difference here isn't just the quantity of vitamin C. It's the quality, the stability of it within the fruit.
So it's not just throwing vitamin C at the problem, there's something else going on.
Exactly right. It's the high concentration of polyphenols it contains. We started thinking of these polyphenols almost like activators.
Activators, okay.
Yeah, they ensure your body doesn't just passively absorb the vitamin C, but it actually switches on the cellular machinery, specifically the fibroblasts, to efficiently use that vitamin C for immediate collagen production. It's that efficiency that makes Amla such a standout.
That distinction feels really critical. So it maximizes the building material itself, but you mentioned its mechanism is dual action. Can we unpack that a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So think of Amla as running like a construction crew and a security team at the same time.
Okay.
The construction crew part, that's activating those fibroblasts, telling them, build new collagen fibers.
Got it. Build, build, build.
Right. Meanwhile, the security team is actively blocking specific enzymes, things like matrix metalloproteinases or MMPs, which are notorious for breaking down the collagen you already have.
So it's stopping the demolition crew, too.
Exactly. It's basically plugging the leak while simultaneously topping up the tank. Less damage, more rebuilding.
That makes those results we saw in the sources make a lot more sense. I mean, a 42% drop in knee pain for older adults taking Amla daily. That's huge.
It is huge.
Yeah.
But honestly, the most compelling piece of evidence for me was that 24% increase in actual collagen density. They confirmed that through skin biopsies.
Wow, actual physical proof.
Yeah, that moves this way beyond just subjective feelings of less pain. It's concrete proof of healing, of tissue rebuilding. And the researchers also noted better mobility and measurably stronger legs in seniors who had arthritis.
Okay, so if this isn't typically in the fresh produce section, how do people practically incorporate it? What are the options?
Well, the most common and probably most accessible ways are through Amla juice or powder. The powder is actually excellent. You can stir it into smoothies or even just tea, or you can make a simple tonic with warm water, maybe a little lemon, touch of honey.
Okay.
Now, if you do find fresh Amla, just be warned it's pretty sour.
Right.
But there's a time-tested trick. Soak it in salt water overnight. That really neutralizes a lot of the acidity and makes it much easier to eat raw. And like we mentioned earlier, some people report really rapid improvement, often noticing things like tingling fading after just a few days of using it consistently.
That quick response is incredibly encouraging, isn't it? Okay, so Amla is the deep repair specialist. Now, let's maybe switch gears to something much more familiar, something that takes more of a proactive, preventative approach. Strawberries.
Yes, the delightful strawberry. While Amla is like a major intervention, strawberries offer fantastic long-term protection against that cumulative damage that often leads to joint issues later on.
Okay.
They are, of course, high in vitamin C, that's well known, but they also contain really powerful compounds like ellagic acid and various other antioxidants.
So what's the strawberry strategy here? What makes them more preventative than, say, restorative like Amla?
Their key role really seems to be prevention. They help prevent that sort of widespread low-level inflammation that acts like chronic friction on your joint tissues over time.
Ah, the slow burn damage.
Exactly. They actively inhibit the initial breakdown of collagen before major damage really takes hold. Think of it as helping you maintain the health you currently have, reducing the chance you'll need that deeper repair down the line.
And the data backs that up, right? I remember seeing a study that highlighted a significant drop, like 37% in both pain and inflammation for people with knee osteoarthritis who just added strawberries to their daily diet.
Absolutely. And remember, keeping that collagen integrity isn't just about joints. Studies also link regular strawberry intake to things like improved skin elasticity and generally slowing down that age-related tissue degradation across the board.
Makes sense. So, best practice for eating them. How do we get the most benefit?
Fresh is always best here, and organic is usually recommended if possible, just because strawberries tend to absorb pesticides quite readily.
Good point.
And if you're making a smoothie, here's a quick hack. Blend them whole. Include the green leafy tops.
Really? The tops?
Yeah, those tops are little reservoirs of extra antioxidants that most people just toss away. But here's the big warning. Avoid the sugary jams or those canned versions packed in syrup.
The sugar trap.
Totally. That added sugar is highly inflammatory, and it basically cancels out or even reverses the joint benefits you're trying to get.
Excellent point. Inflammation giveth, and inflammation taketh away, huh? All right, let's move on to fruit number 3. Blueberries. We hear so much about them for brain health, but you're highlighting their power for things like stiff knees and muscle weakness.
Blueberries are fantastic, yeah. That deep, beautiful blue color. It comes from really potent compounds called anthocyanins. Now, think about this. As we age, just through daily movement, we get these tiny micro tears in our joint capsules, in our tendons.
Right, just wear and tear.
Exactly.
Mm.
And if your collagen production is a bit sluggish, those micro tears don't heal properly. That leads to that chronic stiffness, that lingering pain.
And your sources suggested that the anthocyanins do more than just like clean up inflammation. They actually tell the body to start repairing those micro tears. Is that right?
Precisely. They seem to act as signaling molecules. They don't just passively reduce swelling, they actively communicate with your body's own repair systems. They're essentially putting out a specific call to action, saying, heal this tissue. One study showed older adults seeing a remarkable 38% improvement in joint movement and significantly less leg swelling in just 2 weeks of eating blueberries.
Wow, 2 weeks again. That's really fast for joint health improvements. And they have an added benefit for circulation too, don't they?
Yes, that's another key piece. The flavonoids and the vitamin C in blueberries are known circulatory boosters. And this is important because as we age, circulation often slows down. That makes it harder for healing compounds to reach those more remote areas like your knees, ankles, hands. Blueberries help speed up that delivery system, making sure the repair materials actually get to the joints and muscles that need them most.
That makes sense. Any specific type better than others?
Well, if you can find them, wild blueberries often have, like, double the antioxidant payload. But honestly, regular blueberries are still highly beneficial. Just, you know, maybe skip the sugary muffins and keep it simple.
Definitely. Keep it simple. Okay, next up. Blackberries. Another small berry packing a punch, you say, especially for blocking specific enzymes that cause damage.
Yeah, blackberries take that protective function maybe one step further. Their anthocyanins seem to act like specific shields, almost like security software for your joints. They actively block certain enzymes known to accelerate damage, especially in vulnerable aging joints.
So they're like stopping the engine of destruction, so to speak.
They absolutely slow it down. One study showed participants getting about a 25% drop in inflammation markers directly linked to joint damage. And other research really emphasized their role in preserving the existing collagen structures, particularly in high-use joints like knees and elbows.
That 25% drop alone would feel pretty significant in daily comfort, I imagine.
Oh, you definitely feel it, especially if you deal with, say, morning stiffness. Blackberries also contain a crucial trace mineral called manganese.
Manganese, okay.
Yeah, this mineral is what they call a cofactor. It means the body must have it to properly build new, strong collagen fibers. You simply can't make the new structure without it.
So are blackberries also better in the morning, like the others?
Well, many experts suggest eating these antioxidant-rich berries earlier in the day. The thinking is that's when your body is naturally in a state of recovery, repairing inflammation that might have built up overnight. Again, fresh berries, plain and simple, that's the way to go.
Makes sense. Okay, so from the berry patch, let's head into the tropics now. Starting with guava, you called this one a hidden gem, and I feel like it often gets overlooked in the health world.
It absolutely is overlooked.
Okay.
So many people assume, oranges or lemons are the vitamin C kings. Guava just blows them away. One medium guava has roughly 4 times the amount of vitamin C as an average orange.
4 times. Wow.
Yeah. That easily gives you double the minimum daily amount needed just to fully kickstart your body's collagen production process.
So that's a massive signal to the factory, but it also helps protect the collagen you already have, doesn't it?
It does that too, yeah, through other compounds it contains,
Mm.
like lycopene and different polyphenols. These basically form this powerful antioxidant shield that actively slows down the degradation of existing collagen, especially when your tissues are under that chronic inflammatory stress. Studies have reported improvements in joint inflammation and even better skin elasticity after about 6 weeks of consistent guava eating.
Okay, 6 weeks is still pretty good. So how do we maximize that potent delivery system? How should we eat it?
Okay, the key here is you have to eat it raw.
Uh,
And the most crucial step, eat the skin.
Eat the guava skin?
Yes, just like an apple. Wash it well, of course. But the skin holds this massive concentration of fiber and those really essential antioxidants, so just wash it and slice it up. And as with all these fruits we're talking about, definitely avoid the sugary juices. They just dilute the benefits and bring in that counterproductive inflammation.
Got it. Eat the guava skin.
Okay? Next up, let's talk papaya. Famous for digestion, sure, but why is it an overlooked powerhouse for joint healing?
Papaya's secret weapon is an enzyme called papain. Papain. People often use it as a natural meat tenderizer, right?
Right, I've heard of that.
And that's actually a clue to its power. It's superb at breaking down large, complex protein chains into smaller, more easily usable building blocks.
So the papain is essentially pre-digesting the raw materials, making them immediately available for the body to grab and repurpose into new collagen. Exactly. It just streamlines the whole delivery system beautifully. And when you combine that with its naturally high vitamin C content, papaya delivers this perfect 1-2 punch. You get the raw materials and the manufacturing spark. One study found that people with chronic knee stiffness who ate papaya regularly saw a significant drop in pain and showed increased joint flexibility in, again, just 2 weeks.
2 weeks seems to be this recurring theme for noticing real, tangible improvements, doesn't it?
It certainly seems to be a common time frame. Now, for papaya, you want to eat it when it's fully ripe, soft, sweet, deep orange color. That's when those papain enzymes are most active. It's great first thing in the morning or maybe after some light physical activity when your body is kind of primed for recovery.
Good tip. Okay, fruit number 7, pineapple. Sweet, juicy, tropical, but a fearsome opponent against inflammation, you said.
Absolutely. The key player in pineapple is another enzyme, this one called bromelain, Bromelan. Its primary job, especially when we're looking at joint health, is targeting and drastically reducing swelling. And this is critical because, as we keep saying,
Mhm.
inflammation creates this hostile environment in the joint.
Right.
When a joint is all swollen and inflamed, the body literally cannot produce or repair collagen effectively in that area. Bromelain helps calm that environment right down.
So bromelain is like the anti-hostility compound. How strong is the evidence for this one?
Oh, it's remarkably strong. One study showed patients with knee osteoarthritis seeing an astounding 41% reduction in both joint pain and swelling when using bromelain.
41%.
Yeah. And even more striking, some German research found that the anti-inflammatory power of bromelain was actually comparable to certain common pain medications,
Wow.
but without the side effects people often get with those, like stomach upset.
That is fascinating. A natural alternative with that kind of clinical punch.
It really is. And
Right.
pineapple also gives you some vitamin C and manganese, those crucial activators for making collagen. But, and this is a but fresh pineapple is absolutely essential here.
Not the canned stuff.
Definitely not. Canning, heat processing, it completely destroys those delicate, beneficial bromelain enzymes.
Mm.
So canned pineapple and syrup is basically useless for joint repair purposes.
Fresh is essential. Noted loud and clear. Okay, last but definitely not least on our list, kiwi fruit. Seems so ordinary, maybe, but you're saying it's a powerful catalyst.
It really hides its strength. One medium kiwi delivers over 70 milligrams of vitamin C. Now that might sound kind of standard,
Yeah.
but for someone whose repair mechanisms might be a bit sluggish,
Yeah.
that amount is often enough to instantly flip the switch on the enzymes needed to get that collagen factory running again.
Ah, it provides the jolt the factory needs to start up.
Exactly. There was a clinical trial in New Zealand that confirmed this speed. Participants who ate just 2 kiwis a day reported less stiffness and noticeably better joint movement in only 1 week.
1 week?
Yeah. And get this, their measured blood vitamin C levels jumped by 71%.
Wow, okay. And it also has another enzyme, actinidin, similar to papain and papaya.
Right, exactly. Actinidin also helps break down proteins, which aids digestion and makes sure you're efficiently absorbing all the nutrients, making sure those raw materials are actually available for the body to use.
So the whole process is efficient.
Yeah.
You get the materials, you flip the switch, and you optimize the delivery.
You got it. For maximum impact, eat them fresh, maybe in the morning. And since we're on the topic of skins, here's the top tip for kiwi.
Let me guess. Eat the skin.
Eat the fuzzy skin. After a good wash, of course. Seriously, most of the fiber and a huge concentration of antioxidants are packed right there in that fuzzy layer.
Okay, I have to admit, that one requires a bit of a leap of faith for me personally, but hey, for a 71% boost in vitamin C uptake, maybe I'm willing to try it. So, there we have it. 8 powerhouse fruits that really fundamentally change the conversation around aging, don't they?
They really do.
They're not just, masking symptoms or reducing swelling temporarily. They seem to be actively involved in rebuilding crucial collagen for measurable comfort, flexibility, actual movement.
And that really is the core takeaway here. These aren't fads. These are researched foods with proven mechanisms of action that interact directly with your body's structural needs. We'd strongly suggest just starting by incorporating maybe 2 or 3 of these into your daily routine.
Yes, start small.
Exactly. Maybe begin with Amla for that powerful dual action we talked about. And you could realistically, genuinely begin to notice less discomfort, maybe better movement, in just a matter of days or weeks.
Which brings us perfectly to our final provocative thought for you listening. Given that your body is clearly so eager to heal and maintain itself, what simple, natural shifts can you commit to starting right now? Shifts that could dramatically improve your own mobility and strength as you navigate the years ahead.